Good evening, everybody. I hope you're doing great on this Monday. It's so good to have you here. We're going to wait as everyone starts to join. It has been a absolutely fantastic weekend. It's been busy. We are worn out. Our kids are worn out. We saw family we haven't seen in a long time. Amanda, of course, is out for the summer, and I was off today from work, so that helped. Hello, Jay. How are you? But it has been a great weekend. I'm telling you, my batteries are ran down, and I told Amanda earlier today, I said I need this to be recharged to finish the week. Hey, Monica, glad that you're here. So glad that you're here. What a weekend. I hope that wherever you were and whatever you were doing this weekend, that you had a great 4th of July, a great Independence Day. I hope that you celebrated whichever way you could. I know that some of you had to work. I heard from some of you yesterday and you were working. And my twin brother works retail. He works for Lowe's. So I know the retail business and the industry and what it demands. So if you worked yesterday, I hope you got to celebrate Saturday maybe, or, hey, celebrate today. Shoot off some fireworks for sure. It was an awesome weekend, though, for the cruise industry. It really was. And I found myself... I tried not to do it too much, but I found myself glued to my phone and glued to my computer, as many of my friends and content creators that I follow and I work with and I network with, I was so jealous because a lot of them this weekend stepped their foot on a cruise ship, took the mask off, stepped the other foot on the cruise ship. And I watched them live, and I've talked to them some through social media, and it has been great, absolutely great to see. Rodney, hello. I'm glad that you're here. Hope you had a great Independence Day weekend. I hope you were off work today and got to celebrate. Hey, Robin. Yeah, what a surprise. The Mardi Gras, of course, she has gone to Miami a couple of times now, but for her to come and John Hill's video yesterday was just awesome on the bridge, seeing her come up the channel, and when I saw her come up the channel there, I saw the celebration, because that's what it's going to be. The celebration's going to be there. And so in my mind, I was thinking, that's in a year, little over a year, the celebration's going to be there, and that's where she's going to cruise out of. So that's what I thought, but it was absolutely awesome. Ronnie, good evening. Absolutely happy cruising weekend. Jimbo, I'm glad that you're here. Good evening. JB, hello. A special hello to JB. We miss you guys. We love you guys. Hope that you had a fantastic weekend and that you're getting ready to cruise. Absolutely. While we wait on others to join, you can see, you've probably already seen in videos, our new studio. As with everything that we do, it is not completely done yet. Nothing is ever completely done. But Amanda did a fabulous job. I mean, she really did, creating this studio upstairs in our home, working with even our internet company to make sure that the range would work up here. And then, of course, buying everything, hanging everything up. The lighting is awesome. We've gone red. We're live. So I turned the lights red behind me because we're going live. And we've still got some small things to put up. And like I said, we just moved in, so we've got all kinds of cruise mementos stored away. And so, Jay Cruiser. Oh my gosh. I haven't even talked about that yet, Jay, and you found it. Absolutely. And Jay, I want you to know that I had a chili dog last week, and it was homemade chili. I like Wolf brand chili as well, but homemade chili. And I appreciate, Jay, so much, the super chat function. And I'll talk about that while it's here. It's popped up. Many of you have asked over the last several weeks, how can I help you? How I want to donate to the cause, per se. I want to donate to the community. And your viewership means everything. And that's all we ask for is your viewership, subscribe, and if we can ever connect, let's connect. But there is a way that content creators can monetize on YouTube. And you probably know and you've seen we have invested a whole lot of time, but we've also invested financial resources in what we're doing. And those of you who have asked, how can I help? I've turned on the feature for super chats. And so Jay just used the super chat feature that you can see in your chat box there. You can type whatever you want to type. It usually will highlight your comment. And so as some of these recordings, a lot of times we have 40 or 50 people in these live sessions in community and networking, then your comment will be highlighted. I'll be able to see it faster. And again, you're donating to the community. What am I going to do with the money? It's going right back to all of this. The lighting, entire lighting set up in front of me. Amanda posted pictures on our Facebook page and Instagram. I mean, it's a huge thing. And cameras and memory cards and batteries and mounts and all of it. So that's all going back to what we do to try to make better content and more frequent content, things like that. So thank you so much, Jay, for that. Okay. Let's get back to it. So I've kept up today even. I told you about over the weekend, I was glued to my phone and glued to the internet. Just watching people get onto the ship. The atriums were just unreal. I hope you've seen some of these videos of the parties in the atrium, both on the Vista Saturday, the Horizon Sunday. Just unmatched energy like I've never seen before. And I talked about in today's video, one thing that just really looked, it surprised me. I made a video today of 5 takeaways of this big weekend. And one of the things that really impressed me was how genuine the crew, their smiles, even behind the mask, their dancing. You can see with their eyes how excited they are and how genuinely they missed cruising. And I loved to see that and loved to see the parties. It was so much fun. Jimbo, due to passport delays, you've had to cancel your all-inclusive trip and schedule a cruise on the Mardi Gras. Okay, there you go. Passports, I need to mention that, Jimbo. Thank you for mentioning it because the passport office, they've been behind for several months. I had to renew mine. Mine expired last March, so I started early last year to renew it, and I applied about February, but it was delayed. I got mine like in June. Now, of course, I haven't been able to use it, but they're still behind. We've heard from some others that it's normally it takes they say 8 weeks, but it's taking 12 to 16. And even the expedited option is taking double what it usually takes. So sorry that you had to cancel your all-inclusive. Where was it, by the way? And you're going on the Mardi Gras August 7th. Did y'all hear the news that John Hild let slip today? It was on one of John's videos. If you know the news that I'm speaking of, send it in chat and we will see if you are right. John Hild, he let something slip, even said a little uh-oh after he said it, and it had to do with the Mardi Gras. Let's see if anybody knows that. Jay, I love that right there, the emojis, island time. And we need it. I need it. You need it. We are down to, it's like a stopwatch. It was 50 days, 40 days, 30 days, 20 days, and we're getting so close. July 24th, on the Vista, we're counting that one to be our first one back. It's only Amanda and I. We're supposed to go, hope to go earlier, and I've got fillers out to see if we can get an exemption. We would have to bring our kids. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to find a babysitter, but it's understandable. You can't ask someone to watch your kids for a week, much less 2. But we tried to look, and I don't know if it's going to happen. It's just unless it's just last minute. We'll see if it happens. Exactly. Jimbo got it. Jimbo got it. Okay, so if you missed it today, John Hill, of course, he's going to be on the Mardi Gras inaugural selling, July the 31st, and that Robin and JB, of course, are on that cruise, and maybe some others here. We'll see. But John announced to a small group of people, but it was being live streamed, that he was going to be also on the August 7th selling. John Hill will be on the first two sellings for the Mardi Gras. Rodney's on the Mardi Gras the 31st as well. I can almost promise you, those who follow John closely, those who follow Carnival closely, and if you can, there will be some people either that have called or will call tomorrow and book a back-to-back and cruise with John Hill for 2 weeks in a row. That would be awesome. He said that the original plan, and it's still in pencil, was to cruise 3 weeks. The first 3 cruises on the Mardi Gras, but if he goes longer than just 2, then he has to go through all sorts of paperwork and CDC guidelines and things like that. So they were trying to see if they get some sort of waiver and he could do all 3, the first 3, but he is for sure going to do the first 2 weeks on the Mardi Gras. So that was a surprise, and there will be some happy people for sure when they hear that that's going to take place. And stay tuned all week. John has had some awesome content today. I don't know how he does it. I'm not saying that he is old by any means, but for anyone of any age to have the energy he does, the number of steps he takes, I wish he would tell us, because he's had to take in 20 or 30,000 steps today. But he had an awesome one-on-one interview with Christine Duffy in the main lounge today. And there was at the end, Christine, of course, interviewed John, and it's just those cruisers who are on that July 4th cruise on the horizon, they will remember it forever. Your room being ready when you get on. Miami, of course, being the cruise capital, you could say, of the world. It's for sure cruise capital of the United States. I would say world too. John Hill is there, and just the whole storyline of that video he posted last week where he wasn't going to get to go and he had given up hope. He even joked today that he had unpacked. He went home and unpacked. He had to pack again. He's there. And then Christine Duffy, Carnival's president, selling, and she is absolutely awesome. We've had a chance to meet her before. It's a once in a lifetime. Absolutely. Jay saw the live stream as well. It was 18 or 20 minutes. If you haven't seen it, go see it for sure. It was awesome. It really was. And to have her there all week is going to be awesome. They talked about new cruise ships coming. The Celebration, of course, will be here. And then the third ship that has not been announced yet, the third ship that's going to come to Carnival Cruise Line sooner than what people thought. They kind of stole it, I guess, from his sister, Iona Brand. Are there any guesses to what the ship's name may be? John pitched his idea, and I've heard him say it before. And let's see if anybody knows what John told Christine in a live video on the bridge. This is what I would like the third ship to be. Oh, Robin. Absolutely. So Robin going back to back. There you go, Robin. Robin's got it. You guys have got it together. I'm telling you. You are the most informed. I was telling another content creator today that is on board one of the ships right now. You guys keep up to date with the news, and you're more than accurate than I have seen. And, of course, we cover multiple brands here. But I'm telling you, there is a pattern with Carnival Cruise Line loyal cruisers. It always seems like they're more plugged in to the news and what's current and what's about to happen than any other cruise line. We deal a lot with Royal Caribbean as well, and those that are Royal Caribbean loyalists. And we get so many requests for videos. I've got 4 or 5 I need to do just to answer questions. And for instance, a big one, and I've done this video, I just need to send it to this person. They asked about what's the difference in Royal Caribbean ships going out of Florida, because they're going blended. It's vaccinated and unvaccinated passengers on those ships out of Florida. And so what does it look like? And so I've made a video. I need to share it with this person, and we can talk about that here in a little bit, but there is a big difference. So Robin and Jimbo, you've got it. I mean, the brilliance. And I mean, what a name. And it would match Mardi Gras, celebration, and brilliance. And so Christine said, I like that. I'll have to add it to the list. I hope she does. I hope she considers it. And whether or not it's for John or not, I think it would absolutely be worth naming that third ship in the Carnival XL class, the Brilliance. So Robin is going on the Mardi Gras back to back. It's their first, her and JB's first back to back, September the 11th and the 18th. I wonder if they will do anything for 9/11. It's 20 years this year, and we have never sailed on that date. We have sailed over the 4th of July. Of course, they have it was a party. If you did not see the deck parties last night, Google, look at YouTube, Google pictures, look at Facebook. They had a huge deck party last night. But I don't know if they do anything for 9/11, especially being 20 years. That will be a heavy day on a lot of people's hearts. Rodney's booked for September the 11th, also on the Mardi Gras. Awesome. It really is. And we're starting to see they've had a tight grip, I guess. I don't know the policy, but some pictures and video of the Mardi Gras has been posted to social media from, I assume, workers. That's one thing that everyone has asked about is, can we see the inside? We've seen renderings. We have seen some official pictures, 20 or 30 official pictures. We've seen the car outside Cucine del Capitano. We've seen a picture of the atrium, which is hard to take in one picture because of its size. But I want to see video. I mean, I'm hoping, and from what the indications John has let out was he's going on this cruise, and hopefully we'll get on the Mardi Gras soon to take video. So I can't wait to see her, and she's going to be completely different than anything we've ever seen. Robin and JB were there with us when we were in Port Canaveral, and just when she came in, and the Liberty and Freedom came in with her, which are, I guess, 3 classes down, the Vista class, the Dream class. So, yeah, they're 3 classes down. They're still big ships, but it was, they look like the pilot boats for the Mardi Gras. The Liberty and the Freedom look like the pilot boats. And so you just wonder what all is on board. We're so excited to see it. And so those of you who are going, there's several going before we are. Please send us pictures and video. But at the same time, I know there's a fine balance between carrying your phone with you and communicating and leaving your phone and not touching it. I'm telling you, I mentioned today, I used to put this phone in the safe, and I would not carry it with me because that's what I wanted my vacation to be, was to unplug from technology and things that we're always using at home and we're almost addicted to. But times have changed, and there's still ways that you can break away from your phone and your device and your email and all that goes along with it. But use the Hub app, because the enhancements and features that Carnival has done in the Hub app it's amazing. It really is. It's going to change cruising. I think it already has here in July of 2021. And what they have planned down the road will be even better, especially the ability to order food and have it delivered to you wherever you're at on the ship. I don't know how many times Amanda and I have found our ideal or perfect location on the ship and stayed an hour or two, and then we're hungry. Both of us are hungry, and you've got to talk about, well, I'll stay here and you go get something to eat, or you can make both of our plates and you can bring it back, or we can both go. And how awesome will it be if you could just order from your phone, from the Hub app, and you tell them where you're at and they deliver it. I mean, it's going to be awesome. It really will. Okay, let's get back to the comments here. If you have a question, please write question in the chat box and ask your question, and we will answer your question. So here we go. Kathy Mills is online, and that is interesting because, Kathy, you've been here many times before, and I meant to mention this. My grandfather's side, last name, is Mills. Probably no relation, but it always pops out. When I look at the screen and I look to my right, that Mills always pops up to me. So Kathy says, hi, my first cruise back will be on the Mardi Gras, September the 18th. It's a birthday cruise. Happy early birthday. Celebrate big. Robin Bright, please leave some fun on the ship. I'm going to tell you right now, Robin and JB are a lot of fun, but they create a lot of fun. So I know that they will leave some fun on the ship for you. Yes, Robin, we've got red lights. We went live, and so I changed them to red. I've got this remote, and I haven't even figured. I mean, it's unreal at what these lights do. I don't want it to be too busy, but they can do all kinds of things. But I thought, you know what, we're going live, and red is always that color of going live, so I turned them red tonight. Rodney, so merchandise. We've had requests for merchandise, and we are getting the ball rolling on merchandise. We're starting with some items that hopefully you can use cruising and it, every day. And those include, we've got a lanyard that we have designed, and we've got quotes on. And you guys know me already. I want things, I'm a perfectionist. And I try to come off of that. I really do, because I realize things can't be perfect all the time. But we've gone back and forth with this design. I want the lanyards, of course, to be able to clip a sign and sell card. You know that cards are now punched. Used to, you went to the casino, they would punch your card for you, and they would give you a lanyard. And before COVID was here last March, they started punching all cards. So when you got your card, you already had a hole in it. And I want our lanyards to be able to, of course, hold your key safely. You would not imagine the number of emails back and forth about clips to hold a card. And the guy that I'm using, like, is this a deal breaker? Is this a big deal? Because what he usually carries, I saw, it's good. It's not the most secure. And so he said, do I need to order a better fastener? It'd be an upcharge. I said, yes, you do. We're going to probably need to go with a better fastener. And so also, I want it to have our colors. I want it to have our logo. I want it to reflect our community. And I want you to be able to see, I have the same emotion that I have when I see our Island Time logo and I open up my computer to look at what's going on and to be a content creator, and I see that logo, I see our community, and I see the times that I've had with Amanda, and I see the times that I've had with you guys, and I want the logo to be the logo. I don't want it to be all one color. And so we've gone back and forth on that, and we are so close. Matter of fact, the sample lanyard should be done this week, I hope, and we're going to look at it and review it, and if it meets the eye, passes the test, then we're about to buy a bunch of them. I'll put it that way. We're also looking at koozies. It's summertime, and all of us probably use koozies for one thing or another. Again, we've got several colors on our logo. I knew that going in. I created the logo. A lot of people ask, where'd you get your logo? I am not a designer by any means. Our logo came from my heart, honestly, of what I wanted it to be. I went back and forth. Should I include a cruise ship? Should I do this? sometimes I've told some of you before, sometimes on Island Time, it's just a 10-minute video for you to break away from reality and be on that island. And so I was very sincere creating that logo, and I want it to be right on lanyards, on koozies, on t-shirts. And so stay tuned for merch. We are in our infancy. You guys know that. We are almost 2 months old. We have over 1,300 subscribers, and we have the most interactive community that I know of. And it's not because I'm setting before you. It's because, there's people that our Islanders interact with one another, and so that's all you. So we're working hard on merch, and it will be here soon. And we've got even maybe a little bit down the road. Give me a few weeks, but we may open all sorts of possibilities on merch and what you can buy Island Time merch on. We just want it to be good stuff. Carolyn Mills, looky there. Carolyn, welcome to Island Time. We're glad that you're here. We assume that you like cruising. We do too. We are a community of people that like to interact with each other and have fun and experience life. Life is precious. It really is. It was precious before our world changed, March of 2020, and it's precious now. So welcome to Island Time. If you would like, please subscribe. And I'll go ahead and mention this. We're already, what time is it? We're almost halfway through. I haven't mentioned it yet. If you have not subscribed and you're here, please do so. That shows us that you like our content. You want more of it. You enjoy what we're doing. Also, like this video. It will put it in people's streams. There's people right now looking for something to do on a Monday night. If you like it, it will put this video in front of more people. The YouTube algorithm absolutely does it. And so, welcome, Caroline. We're glad that you're here, and we hope that you become a participating Islander. That's what we are. Let me scroll back up because I'm getting behind here. So Mark's got a question. So question: pre-order beverages when they get delivered, since we will not our completely water. Carry on your water, maybe. Sorry, not get completely. Thank you. I almost wore it. It's downstairs. My Ron John hat. I like that. We bought that at the Ron John at Cocoa Beach, Mark, and it may be available online. But I saw that and thought I gotta have that. Sometimes it's too busy. Amanda, I'll put that on. She's like, you're gonna wear that hat with that shirt, which this is a pretty busy shirt that I had on today. She's like, you got too much going on. So she keeps me honest there. Mark, pre-ordered beverages. My experience with pre-ordered beverages, every time I've ordered water, that's the only thing I've ever purchased. I know that you can purchase other beverages, although I heard that there was a hold on those for July and August. But water it's always been there when we arrived. Both pre-platinum, we always bought faster to the fun. They were there. And now we're platinum. Our rooms are ready when we get on board. The water's always been there. So getting that 12-pack of water it's absolutely worth it. We always buy some. Even though we usually have Cheers, kicks in day 2 in Galveston. It's nice to keep that water there. Most of the ships have a little fridge, and you can keep some cold water on hand. Let's see. Jay. I like that. Mark is on the horizon, the 29th of August. On the horizon, that will be a lot of fun. And the crew by the 29th of August, they're going to be cruising almost 2 months. I mean, they'll have it down of their daily routines, weekly routines, what people request. I had wondered, and I asked a question to Carnival. Some of the media people that I know that help us with credentialing and official statements and press releases. I had wondered on the Carnival Vista and the Carnival Horizon how much of the crew, and I figure it's a high percentage, but how much of the crew were previously employed by Carnival. I think it would be extremely high, but I just wondered because there may be some crew members that are completely brand new. But you can imagine there are thousands and thousands of Carnival crew members around the world, and there's only 2 ships going. So I figured most of them are crew that have been with Carnival for a long time, but I had to ask. Cruise Queen, good evening. Good evening. Free water. I know Jay's helping with this too. Appreciate you, Jay. So the big 1 gallon water that you get based on your loyalty status will not be in your room. You will have to go to any bar and basically order the big bottle of water. You will see a charge on your sign and sell for the water, and then you also then see a credit in the following days for the water as well. So it's going to be a free bottle of water, but it will not be in your room at least for July and August. It will not be there, is what we've been told. Rodney, I appreciate you very much. I hope we grow. We've grown fast. It puts the pressure on. You guys put the pressure on. You know, when there's more eyes and ears in what we do, I want it to be right, and I want to make people happy. And you guys know I'll respond to you. If you comment on our videos, both on YouTube and Facebook, I do my best. To comment right back. But sometimes with kiddos in the house and my job that I do to, of course, make a living, sometimes I'll sit down at the end of the day and just hammer out answers. And that's both positive and negative. You know, we had a couple questions today that weren't favorable in my eye, but I responded to that person. They were trying to give me advice, and I responded to that person. That's what it's all about. We're all trying to learn and be a family. Sometimes families disagree a little bit, and that's okay. Carolyn, thanks for the welcome. Just going on our 3rd cruise from Galveston in August for our 49th wedding anniversary. Wow, congratulations. Amanda and I are celebrating 10 this year. I know that JB and Robin, they are up there as well in years married. We've got some couples here that have been married a long time. Congratulations on your 3rd cruise. You're going to love going out of Galveston in August. And what an accomplishment for 49 years. I don't want to make you feel old in any way, but I'm in my early 30s. You've also got another cruise scheduled for November out of Miami. That is awesome. It really is. We're going December 26th on Mardi Gras. We're going over New Year's. Yep. But congratulations on 49. That's absolutely awesome. Let's see. Doreen, first time here from Missouri. Okay, I'm in Arkansas, so we are very, very close. On the merchandise, how about towel clips for chairs? Everything I have found is so boring. I know exactly what you're talking about. We use chair clips. We buy them off of Amazon. They come, and there's 2 pink ones, 2 yellow ones, 2 blue ones, and maybe orange. There's another color. And a lot of times they last 1 cruise, and I don't know if it's the spring in it, but they always break. And, of course, they have some blue ones with dolphins or something. And so we will look at chair clips. They are very important. If you don't bring them, you're laying in your lounger. You could be laying back, setting up, but you put those chair clips on your towel. You can put them up high, you can put them down low, and your towel, of course, will stay. When I'm sleeping, I was going to say, when I'm resting, I will also usually put my sign and sell card in it as well, so wind doesn't blow it away, or I'll put other important things in it as well. So we will look at chair clips and see if there's someone that we can find that does custom chair clips. But if you haven't used them before, go to Amazon and search for chair clips, cruise chair clips, and it's worth it. They just don't last. Mark, what I've been told, and I can check with some of my friends on cruises this week, is that if you pre-order water, you pay for the water that are in the bottles. I think there's a 6-pack and a 12-pack. There used to be. It may just be one or the other now. But if you purchase one of those, they are there. They're in your room, and they're 20 ounces bottle of water. But your free complimentary 1 liter, I guess it is, will not be in your room. And I can try to confirm that, but that's what I had heard from Carnival. Amy, welcome, Amy. Jay, a life sentence is only 4 years and a day. Oh my goodness, that's one of the fun things about couples, especially those who've been married a long time. You know, I've seen so many, or been to a lot of anniversaries and things like that. And for instance, Carolyn and her other half they're going to celebrate their 49th anniversary. And sometimes I'll ask a couple, how long have you been married? And they said, well, we've been married for 30 years, but we've been married 3 years happily. You know, and it's just, if you're married, you know exactly what they're talking about. There are rough patches, but there's a lot more better days than bad ones. And we always have to remember that nothing is ever as good as it seems. It's not, and nothing is ever as bad as it seems. And so my grandpa, who passed away, it's been about 10 years now. He helped raise me. He was in the Air Force for 20 plus years, and he always used to tell me in rough times, but he reminded me later on in his life, in good times, that nothing is as good as it seems to be, and nothing is as bad as it seems to be. And I always try to remember that. Let's see, try to catch up. Going on our very first cruise ever, this is Amy, on September the 30th, and our 10th anniversary that we just celebrated on July the 2nd. Congratulations, Amy. Let John Hill know, but before you go on your cruise, he always, and I don't ever ask for it, but I've always said we're celebrating a birthday or anniversary, and he's been so gracious to us, sending us birthday cake, ships on a stick, bottles of champagne, bottles of wine, fruit basket. I mean, there's reasons to celebrate, and some of them I know in my house sometimes on birthdays and things like that, we never really did celebrate. You know, we might go to dinner or something, but I think what we've been through the last almost year and a half has kind of changed our mindset on that. If there's a reason to celebrate life or celebrate two lives coming together as one and an anniversary, we need to celebrate it. Hope you have a great, great cruise. Let's see. Okay, Jay. Jay mentioned that J&D's water was in their room when they got there. I hope it is. It's great news. There's honestly sometimes, depending when we cruise, which we're cruising July, sometimes I get to my room and I literally crack open the bottle of water when I get to my room as soon as I get on board because I'm thirsty. So I really do hope it's there. Jay's been married 22. That's a long time too, Jay. It is. And a lifetime ahead. Look at that, Karen. When someone asks my husband how long we've been married, his answer is not long enough. I have got to remember that. Carolyn, what's your husband's name, if you don't mind me asking? I have got to remember that. How long have you been married? Not long enough. That's you got scoring brownie points right there. Absolutely. Here we go. I will be sailing on the horizon for my 50th birthday, August the 28th. So excited. I'm your neighbor in Memphis. Memphis is close. It's 2 hours away. I need to look and see if they've got the bridge fixed. You know, that was the big story for so many days, was the crack in the bridge and how did the crack get there and how long did they know about it. And if you don't live around Arkansas or Tennessee, you're not sure what I'm talking about, but one of the main bridges on the interstate going from Arkansas to Tennessee, with the Mississippi River being, the borderline, they found a crack. And I kept up with it for a while, but send that man a drink. You're right about that. I need to look up and see where they're at. His name is Don. Please tell Don I said hello. Invite him, of course, to watch with you. He doesn't have to now, but Subscribe to our channel, like the video. Hopefully Don will like our content and our community too. He's welcome for sure. I did want to mention, I was thinking about this today, that there's 4 ships sailing from North America that left from the United States. And it doesn't seem like a large number, but it's going to grow exponentially. I'm so, well, how do I say this? I check social media often. Not that I want to find that something has gone wrong, but there's so much hinging on this first week and second week in July, because if you look at it ahead in August, it's remarkable at the number of cruise ships that's coming back for Carnival and Royal Caribbean. Right now, there's the Freedom of the Seas from Royal Caribbean out of Miami, who's done just a blockbuster job from their test cruise with the CDC on board. The CDC, I haven't seen the final report, but I saw a Royal Caribbean, you can call them beard to use a John Hill term, basically say the CDC, there were 3 categories of recommendations or citations. And I don't know exactly what they called them, but there were no high-level citations or recommendations. There were no medium level on the test cruise, citations, recommendations, and there was a few low-level recommendations, no citations. But on the test cruise, Royal Caribbean's Freedom of the Seas, that it was almost perfect. And so I say that because I really think that Royal Caribbean will continue to amp up those test cruises, and they already have. The Oasis is going out of New Jersey coming up. And I really think, I'm waiting to hear, but I really think Carnival will soon have test sailings on certain ships. Because remember, it's ship by ship. There's so many people, especially Royal Caribbean passengers and followers, because Royal Caribbean, they're doing more blended, or here, this ship is vaccinated, this ship is blended. And it is ship by ship. It is not just the cruise line making the decision. One ship may be 95% vaccinated passengers, and one ship may be a ship that's completed a test cruise, and they're going to have a blend. So stay tuned, as I think in the week ahead, maybe, but 2 or 3 weeks ahead, we're going to see all sorts of activity with simulated sailings, and we will see the launch of a ton of ships in August and September. So I keep watching. I want nothing to happen negatively, of course, but something will happen. I hope it's not soon, but something will happen. The media will take off. There's a COVID positive test, 2 tests. We just saw that MSC had a couple positive tests even today. Something will happen eventually. The media will take off with it. But the protocols, I think, and knock on wood, will work. Here we go. Let me catch up. Mark, I have not been on the Sunrise yet. We are actively looking at our schedule to see when maybe we can go on the Sunrise. Sunshine was awesome, and if the Sunrise is going to be similar to her, she's going to be awesome. And the new Costa ship that has been with Costa for several years is about the size of the Sunshine and the Sunrise, and it's going to be very interesting to see the dry dock. I looked up some pictures of that ship, the Magica, and it's just a different, it's a different style of ship. The designer was different, and the furnishings are different, and the paint scheme and the carpets, and it'd be interesting to see, how much they keep of that, which I think they would keep a lot of it if it was in good condition. They've got to add the whale tail and other things, but it will be neat to see that ship come over. And what's the name going to be? The Sunrise, Sunshine, don't know. Teresa, thank you for welcoming everyone out there. You will not regret the decision to enjoy this adventure with all the other cruisers. You're exactly right. She says, 8 years ago, my husband and I started cruising. We're 10 years in, Amanda and I, and I'm telling you, it's the best vacation. My father-in-law just said the other day, he said, you know there's other types of vacations out there, right? My in-laws went out west to all the national parks and Yellowstone and really enjoyed that road trip of seeing the western part of the United States. And he was really pushing us, hey, this summer don't go on a cruise, go do this. There's just something about cruising. I mean, they've got me. they have got me, and if we go on vacation, we go cruising, or we do go to the Gulf in Alabama and the Panhandle of Florida. We'll go to Orange Beach, Alabama. We'll go to Destin, Florida. But we cruise when we can cruise, really. Carolyn is on the Breeze, of course, from Galveston. A beautiful ship. Jay will tell you that. He loves the Breeze as well. The Breeze is my favorite ship I've ever been on. It really is. August 21st, we have a premium Vista balcony. Anyone had that kind of room? And if so, how did you like it? Premium Vista, I'm trying to remember if that is on the aft part of the ship, if that is the wraparound. I know that some of those premium Vista balconies have the floor-to-ceiling windows as well. And so if anyone has had the premium Vista balcony, let us know. But you are going to be spoiled in that cabin, I promise. It will be better than my interior cabin, July the 24th, on the Vista. Can you expand a little bit on the exemptions for Carnival, Jimbo asked. I see a lot of people are having to cancel. Appears to be last-minute notifications, and it breaks Jimbo's heart. We're one of those people. We should be, right now, on the Carnival Vista, July 3rd, sailing, and it was going to be me and Amanda and my two boys, and we didn't get the exemption. I know many people that work at Carnival. Not that means anything. I don't expect an exemption over someone else, but I reached out to people just to say, is there anything else I need to provide? Is there anything else? I called almost daily these people saying, what can I do to go? And it really did seem like it was random. I asked, is it based on cabin? If I book an interior cabin of 4, my cabin is much cheaper than someone who booked a balcony cabin for 4 or a suite for 4, 2 adults, 2 kids. Are they going to keep the more expensive cabin and cancel mine? I was never told no, but I wasn't told yes either. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I did see a lot of people having to cancel July 3rd and 4th, and several surprised. I don't know if you saw it, but so many surprised that when they arrived at the port, they had to pay $150. They didn't have to pay. They were billed on their sign and sell $150 for testing, COVID testing. And so I don't know what's behind it. I really don't. And that's kind of what we looked at. July 15th on the Breeze, July 19th on the Breeze, and we were booked on the 15th, didn't get the exemption either with our kids. So that's why I'm saying now, and I'm pretty confident unless something happens, that our first cruise will be July the 24th on the Vista, and it's only Amanda and I. So we're not waiting on anything. We're just waiting to go. And so I wish I knew more about the exemptions. I hope that they're not around very long. July and August, maybe. Hey, Felicia, I'm glad that you're here. We were talking about exemptions. Hopefully I filled you in there. Carolyn, Dawn retired 2 years ago, and she just retired December 31st. So, yes, cruise often. Cruise often. Mark, thank you. Yes, please, please, please hit that like button. Put this content in front of other people that are looking for something to watch. And please, if you have not subscribed, please do so. It means the world to us. Also, ring the bell so you'll receive notifications when new content is being posted. You'll get a notification. And I always say you don't have to watch it then, but at least you know there's something out there. And when you get a break at work or you get home and things are settled in for the night, you can catch up on the news and break down. We try to do the analysis too. I really try to keep the video short, but I don't just want to share the news. I want to tell what's this going to impact cruising, and so. But you'll know there's a video there. Hello, Linda from Ohio. We do love Ohio. I've got a little bit of pain. Ohio State and Arkansas played in the Sugar Bowl several years ago in New Orleans, and I went to the game, and Ohio State beat Arkansas. Ohio State, they dominate the Ohio State. Jay's not allowed to have an indoor cabin. I'll sleep too late. That is what I tell Amanda. That's my argument. She says it's the best sleep I'll ever get. Yeah, and you sleep in till 10 o'clock, We've got to wake up. We've missed breakfast. We can go to C-Day brunch, which I do love, but you're exactly right. It's so easy to sleep with the General rock of the ship, and it is dark. You wake up and you don't even know what time it is. But as has been suggested before, put your TV on the forward cam, and there's a little bit of light coming from the TV, but it's dark mostly. And when the sun rises, it'll be on your TV, and you can wake up and see it, know the sun's coming up. Or you can wake up and it will be as bright as can be, and it's still 10 o'clock. Kathy, both vacations are great. Couldn't cruise, so toward Arizona and Utah. I'm a huge Utah Jazz fan, by the way, including the national parks in May, and loved it. Second time touring out west. We do need to do it. We do. And maybe we do something and cruise out of California. The Panorama, which returns next month, it's a brand new ship. It's not even a year old, and this all started, and it has been out of commission more than it sailed. And so it's a new ship, the Panorama out west. Doreen, those that had to be tested were those that had exemptions and they were not vaccinated. I have not heard any stories from Saturday or Sunday on Carnival of vaccinated passengers being tested. I didn't hear any. I did hear, read some horror stories of people trying to find their vaccination cards. They packed it. So I read 3 or 4 different situations where someone had packed their vaccine card in their luggage. They dropped off their luggage to the porters. The porters took it, and of course, the machinery. You've heard it and seen it at the port. They're grabbing those bags, or loading them up, and taking off and bringing them to the ship. They go through security, then they go to the ship. But then these people went to check in, go through security themselves, and they were asked to provide their vaccine document. And they said, "Oh no, it's in my my checked bag." So then they had to go through and find the bag, and there was a couple of stories like that. I've got a video out there, and it's 20 things to do before you cruise a month out. If you're cruising in a month, watch this video as 20 things that you need to do. And one of them is packing that bag that has your important documents, and you keep it on you. You don't let that thing go. When you fly, sometimes they'll say, "I'll take your check bag and I'll put it, it's going to ride underneath the plane and you'll get it back." That's fine if you take it, but I'm taking these things out and I'm holding them. So, got to catch up again. Here we go. Rodney, I've got salt in my blood too. I really do. 21 cruises. Wow. 21 cruises, and do not slow down. Don't do it. 7 more booked. Enjoy it. I mean, it is life is precious and it's too short. Spoil yourself as much as you can responsibly and enjoy it. Thank you, Mark. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, Jay, hit the like button. If you have not hit the like button, please go ahead and do so. We would greatly appreciate it. Mark is out. Yes, put your vaccine card in your passport. That's perfect. Make copies of both or take pictures of both so you have it on your phone. If you make copies, keep them in separate locations. But passports, of course, they're accepted. They are still accepting birth certificates. That was going to be a big question on the return of cruising. Will they accept birth certificates? Yes, they do. And there is, as far as we understand, I tried to find out from people cruising now, is there a separate process or line? And there's not on embarkation, debarkation. You're getting back into the country. They may filter you one way or another based on if you have a passport or a birth certificate. Yep. Also, we have to mention eMuster. eMuster, the app, information on the app, it shows your boarding station, and overall was a success, especially on the Horizon. They said they had a really good response on the Horizon. On the Vista, I was reading at 3:30 p.m. Central Time Saturday. They had over 400 people of the 2,900 on board that had not completed their eMuster. And they were making calls, trying to tell the passengers, if you have not completed your eMuster, please go and do so. And there was a small chance that the boat was not going to leave, sail away, and throw the ropes at 4 p.m. Central Time like it was supposed to. But it did, about 4:05 did leave, and those passengers, they completed their muster drill. So we just have to remember to complete it once we get on board. Jay, that's interesting. I hadn't seen that yet. New passport covers that have a slot for your vaccine card. I need to look at that. It scares me because it's a piece of paper. The passport, it's a book, and even the surface of the book, it almost sticks to things, and you can feel it in your hand, and your vaccine card is just a piece of paper. And so it kind of scares me. Jimbo, welcome. Thank you so much for subscribing. That means a lot to us. I'm glad you enjoy the channel. If there's things that you have questions about or things that you want to see, just let us know, and we will do our best, absolute best, to address everything for you, either in writing or on a video. We've got a couple of minutes here the week ahead. I've had people tell me, and Jay, I will look on Amazon, see what they've got there. The week ahead, we're keeping a close eye on the cruises of Royal Caribbean, Celebrity, and Carnival, and hoping everything goes as it should. There's so much live video, and it's awesome to see. I mean, it is. I guess we've been the last year and a half. We haven't seen people shake hands. We haven't seen people hug. We haven't seen people cheers together with their glasses and talk and dance. And if you watch the live video from all the content creators on the ships, that's what's happening. I watched tonight as the captain on the Horizon was all dressed up to the T. Looked awesome. I mean, played the part, is the part. He was having his meet and greet, and I watched him meet 4 or 5 people. And they walked up, 4 or 5 couples or families. They walked up, shook his hand, took pictures, and At first, you're thinking, "Oh my gosh, the past year and a half we haven't got to do that." But it's safe. That's what science tells us, and it's great to see that we can live like that we can do that, and we have faith and trust in all the actions that we've done and cruise lines have done, that they will work. Teresa, we play in the casino and usually get great cabin offers with onboard credit and free drinks while playing in the casino. Carnival is great about this. I am in the same boat. No pun intended there. We've been blessed, and we are not big players at all. But Carnival has always treated us well and given us discounts and money to play with, and that helps out tremendously. When you're paying for a full price cruise yourself, you can go on 1 or 2 a year, depending on what you can do. Maybe you can go on 10. But the average family, you may get to go on a couple a year. But when that rate is substantially lower, you can cruise more often. So, Teresa, that is awesome, and we hope you enjoy your next cruise. So, week ahead, we're keeping a huge scope on what's going on, and I really want to see what's going on in the local ports. And are people having to wear masks just when they get off? When they get to a certain point, they can take it off. Do they have to wear it the whole time? And just want to see how cruising is being received locally. We know they need it. We know they want it. But what's it like? And then we're going to look at, we are waiting for September news, and waiting too. I think there's still a lot of news, and it's gone quiet. But that's usually when something hits the CDC and the cruise industry. It's been way quiet. They got cruising started, but they're not done. They didn't just say, okay, well, we got cruising started. They're still meeting, and it's going to be interesting to see when the conditional sell order ends. It's not supposed to be until October unless the public health emergency ends from the federal administration. Then the conditional sell order ends right then. So it's going to be interesting to follow that as well, and just all the stories with simulated sailings and ships coming back across the country, not just with one particular cruise line. Jimbo, I had the same thing happen to me. Vaccine card had the wrong year, 2020. I got online on our state website, was able to print off a full page and more official-looking documents. I got my vaccine, and I live in a small town. And the pharmacist, who's been a pharmacist for 40 years, when she gave me my vaccine, she got the vial, and she had me read off the numbers on the vial. And and she's writing them down. She couldn't see them and refuses to get glasses. Not the best when you're a pharmacist. And then she got my birthday wrong. All 3, month, date, and year numbers were wrong. And I got to my car and looked at it and thought, I'm not going back in. And I said, no, I have to go in. I have to go in. So I went in, and I had to say, hey, this is my birthday. It's different than what is on my card. And I explained to her that when I cruise, they're probably going to look at that and compare it to my passport. So that is a great reminder, Jimbo. Look at your passport and your vaccine card. Make sure your birthday's right on your vaccine card, and that all the information's correct. Your name is spelt the same. We've had some people say, your name is Christopher on your passport. It's Christopher, but your vaccine card says Chris. Probably not a huge deal. I wouldn't think it's a huge deal. But I would want to make sure before I left, if I could control it and go back or have a system like Jimbo mentions, that your name on your vaccine card matches your passport or matches your birth certificate. That is a great reminder. It is. Okay. We're keeping our head up for news. We are so glad you joined us tonight. Jay, thank you so much for the super chat. It's our first one ever. Jay, you've been with us since the beginning. You gave us our first super chat and I'm going to have a chili dog with that money. I had it last week, but I could eat them all the time. I love chili dogs. And we've got a Sonic. Sonic is not, I know it's not across the country. We do have them here, and they have an awesome Coney and a big old Coca-Cola. That may be what I do here in just a little bit. Thank you so much for joining tonight. We hope that you have a fantastic week. It's a 4-day work week for some of us, even though sometimes those 4-day work weeks are the longest. It's a 4-day work week. We're going to be with you. We are going to put out content that hopefully helps your day, help you get through your day, and help you enjoy part of your day. Thank you so much for being part of the community, subscribing, liking our videos. You're an Islander, and we are too. Have a great night, everybody.